On most of the sites that I've seen, it doesn't have 4K recording for the front camera, but it in fact is there, folks. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. It's your man Jay, and yes, I went and checked out the Galaxy Note 10 and 10 Plus, and I'm glad that I did, because this definitely confirms my purchase, and I think I definitely did the right thing. Now this video is all about personal choice, but I'm going to give you my opinion on the colors. So, I'm happy that I went with the black, and if I wouldn't have gotten the black, I'm glad I was going to get this Aurora Glow color, folks. I'm glad I got the black. The Aurora color, that mirror finish one, it is exactly that. It is not like this device right here. This device actually has, this is considered black from Samsung. Now this probably looks like it's a mirror finish, just like the new Galaxy Notes. Well, it's not. This actually looks black or a dark color depending on how you're looking at it. And it actually is a dark color with that finish on top of it. The new Galaxy Note 10 is not. It's actually a mirror finish. I'm super happy that I did not get that. It would have gotten sent back. No way. That color is hideous in person. I didn't like. It's like the mirror on my award. Yes. So it's a straight up mirror finish. It looks bad, even though it has the same effect as this. It's not as appealing in person, and I'm not trying to deter people from changing their orders or whatever, but I'm just telling you that phone does not look good in person, in my personal humble opinion. And I'm glad that I went with black, because I'm just going to put a case on it anyway, more than likely, when I go outside. And I'm also going to pump out a skin for that one too. I got skin on the way for this bad boy. But the colors, man, you know, I've seen the red. It probably is a nice looking color, but that mirror finish is hideous to me. It's a mirror with the added effect like the Galaxy A70. I don't like it, and I'm glad that I didn't order that one. I posted on social media that that's the one I was getting in a 256 gig, but once I placed my order, I saw, oh man, they have a 512 gig, so I'll just get that. It's $100 more. Boom, done. And I'm glad I did, because I was kind of indifferent about the black color, but I decided to go ahead and just, I'm gonna get a skin and cover it up so I don't have to wear a case on it too much, because it is a hefty size phone. But it's not too, it's about the size of this phone, but it's just boxy. So that's the difference. It's got the sharp corners. But colors aside, you know, also if you're thinking about getting the blue model, I suggest you go and check it out if you haven't seen it in person. Again, it's all personal preference. That blue is horrible. It looks bad. In my personal opinion, the only colors that look good to me are the black and the white. I didn't see the red or the pink, and I wouldn't buy a pink phone, so that weeds that one out. And then the red might have looked okay. I saw it on video, and it might look okay. But I'm happy that I went with the black. Straight up. That mirror is horrible, and the blue looks really, really bad. Now, the phone itself was a nice device. It's big. Both phones are actually big. They're not small. But the 6.8 inch version, I hear, now let me just discuss this, because I haven't put out any videos on the Galaxy Note 10 devices. If you notice, I put out like my thoughts on it. I didn't. I still haven't even watched the event. I had the event going in the mute in the background while I was recording a video or something else. That's the truth. As far as the devices go, I'm hearing a lot of chatter about, oh, don't buy the small version. I like both models. I've already gone on record and said I like both models. If the smaller version had the exact same specs as the bigger version, I might have gotten that one. But it's not so much that the specs aren't in order. The smaller variant doesn't have an SD card. Not that I would actually need one with 256 gigs of storage. That's a lot of storage. And I've got phones that are 256 gigs storage, and ultimately what I do is I just don't delete a lot of the stuff. I just leave it on there. But end result is, you know, Samsung is a company that's going to want to make some funding. You know, they want to make some money. Other companies, it's weird seeing people say stuff like, who would buy this garbage, or who is strange hearing that, because the same people might applaud the iPhone XR, which is way overpriced if you ask me. It's a good phone, Don't get me twisted. It's a good phone. But there are plenty of phones out there that people aren't saying that about the OnePlus. The OnePlus devices had 1080p displays for how long? And they were charging a pretty hefty price tag. So this might be just a little bit of fanboy hate, you know what I'm saying, on Samsung, or for whatever reason. I don't know what it is. I really don't even care too much. I just think it's strange that people are trying to crap all over the smaller variant of the Galaxy Note 10 and praise the bigger version. Now, yes, there are some differences, so I could see how it could be a little challenging. But come on, think about this now. Think about what the Galaxy Note is offering as far as features and options for that price tag compared to other phones. Some of the Galaxy S10 devices cost more than the Galaxy Note, and they technically might offer a little bit less. Yeah, they don't. It doesn't have an SD card, and they have a higher resolution display. But I did a poll, and most people don't even watch videos at 1440p. They watch them at 1080p or 480p. When I'm on the go, depending on my network connection, I watch videos at 480p. If I don't want any buffering or anything, 480p looks super clear on a cell phone. Especially 480p at 60 frames per second. That looks super clear, but you can do that. You can do 480p at 50 and 60, I believe. But, you know, reality is people seem to be just tearing down the Galaxy Note 10 and not the 10 Plus. But you know what though? One thing remains to be seen. Nobody is using their phones to the full potential. It's not happening. So the fact that the smaller variant has 8 gigs of RAM, and people might be focusing on what they think is negative about the phones. That phone has 256 gigs of storage, 8 gigs of RAM. That's a huge, huge deal. You know? You asked for it and they gave it to you, and now you're complaining about it because you don't have an SD card, a headphone jack, and you know, a quad HD display. If you rock with Samsung like that, you know that they're Super AMOLED displays, and now they're calling it dynamic. Fact of the matter is, fantastic displays. I checked them over. It was good. I wasn't disappointed. I just know that the bigger variant is big. But if you look at the color accuracy on both, the smaller variant looks fantastic, son. It looks great. And you know some people will even run their Quad HD display at 1080p. So the hypocrisy there, I don't even understand it. Anyway, the phones are hot. I'm glad I went with the black variant. When I ordered mine, I got a free watch. I could have chose what I wanted, but I just chose to not spend any extra money. And in the video before, I said I'm not going to trade in my iPhone 10. I'm getting rid of the iPhone 10. Either I'm going to give it to Samsung or give it to Apple. I think I said I was going to give it to Apple because I know they might give a lot, but they're not going to give me $600. So ultimately, I got my 512 gig Galaxy Note 10 for $599 plus tax. Came to $640. And I got the 512 big version, black, the free watch, and the free Galaxy Buds, which will be going up for sale because I'm not even, yo, listen, if you haven't experienced earbuds, whew, man, these Sony ones are the truth. The reason I said they're going to go up for sale is because I don't want to open them, test them, and not like them. Then I won't be able to really sell them. You know, I could probably just change the tips or whatever, but still, I don't know. We don't know. I might test them. I might keep them. Who knows? I have a lot of Bluetooth headphones, so stacks and stacks down here, folks. You have no idea. And I'm using the Sony. And also for editing and stuff like that, I'm using my Sony wired ones. So, you know, all in all, folks, the Galaxy Note 10, you can hate on the smaller version if you want to, the smaller variant, but that's going to be a huge, huge seller for Samsung. And they know it. That's why they limited that one the way they did, because the average consumers don't use over 100 gigs on their phone. They start to store it up, but 256, and of that, probably about 200. Let's just drop it all the way down to 200 available. Even though it'll be more than that, it should be like more like 220 to 235. That's a lot of storage for a person to keep a phone. Then it's got 8 gigs of RAM, so it's definitely gonna be enough. Now, one thing I want to clarify, I was looking at Easy Stream a couple days ago, and I said, hey, why did they take away 4K recording on the front camera of the Galaxy Note 10s? And they were like, you know, we don't know. Jay asked the question. Well, actually, it is there. So this goes to show that you really can't trust anything but the source, because on most of the sites that I've seen, it doesn't have 4K recording for the front camera, but it in fact is there, folks. I looked at it, tested it, really, really good. So I will give you extended coverage or lots of coverage on the Galaxy Note 10 devices, man. I can't even stress enough. I'm going to push out so much I'm going to do it in the same fashion that I did for every other phone and this phone. So I hope you guys are ready for that. August 23rd is when it says I'll get mine. I didn't choose express. I just took 2-day shipping. I could have chose 1 day. I was like, I'm not paying 14 bucks for 1 day. I can wait. I have a ton of other phones here to entertain me for 1 day. So it says the 23rd. Hopefully it ships on there. Again, I got the 512 black, and I got the free watch and the free Gear Galaxy Buds, and I got that for 599 bucks. How much did you pay for yours? What did you get? You know, leave it down below. Let's talk about it. It's your man Jay, and I am out of here.